Hi, sorry for the break in uploads. I was doing everything except Arcfight. So, I wanted to share my Fakemon. They're based on Texas native species, mostly. These are overhauls of Fakemon I made in 2020. They didn't even have names back then. Let's get started. So, Postulant is the first one I designed. They're based on possums, America's only native marsupial. I completely forgot to give them a face pattern, so they're a little bald. I was originally going to have them be a brown base with green accents, but I decided it didn't look good, and I wanted brown for the shiny, so I gave it gray fur instead. The white face kind of makes them look like a clown, which I think is very cute. In hindsight, they don't really give off cactus or succulent, except for the spikes. I'm not sure how I'd fix that, so I'm not going to. When deciding on poses for almost all of these, I reference real animals. So Postulant is based on a real photo of an opossum. If I had the idea sooner, it would have been a photo of a baby opossum, but you can't have every idea when it's convenient. I go back and add line art to the main drawing because I missed that in the requirements for the server's Fakemon. Like I said, shiny Postulant is brown to resemble dead plants. They have a better time camouflaging due to their darker fur. Here is their dex entry. Postulant are small and ditzy Pokemon. Their beady red eyes are very sensitive to light, and therefore they are spotted more often at night. They're rough and tumble little guys that get in lots of trouble under the cover of night. They, along with a cactus, eat humite and arachididity. The water of their fur is also hydrating to them. Ocactus is a big mama opossum. I gave them this hunched over, almost villainesque pose. I believe the reference image was on a branch, but I took it away and now they look edgier. Its patterns resemble real opossums more than its pre-evolution, especially on the face. They are no longer bald. Notably, Postulant and Ocactus do not have ears. They were going to, but I ended up not doing that for reasons I have forgotten. Ocactus definitely suffers from the "it just gets bigger" criticism, but I think that's fine for what it is. It's not like a starter or a pseudo-legendary. They're the equivalent of a Route 1 Pokemon, I suppose, the kind of Pokemon you'd see all over the region. I do want to give them megas at some point. I'm getting off track. The dex says, Ocactus are violent creatures and defend their territory with vigor. When raising young, they keep them in their bristle-like neck fur until they are old enough to hunt. Both male and female Ocactus do this. When in fights with Solarmer, they tend to throw their young Postulant into the nearest hiding spot. Humite is one of two designs in this video I didn't reference a real-life image for. It's just a circle, not much to it other than that. Landing on the right blue was tricky. The first one was too green, then it was too dark, and I settled on this nice lightish blue. It looked a little plain, so I asked about markings, and we decided a heart-shaped face marking would be cute, and I added tear streaks just because I wanted to. The idea, as you can guess from the name, is humidity and mite. Since they evolve into a spider, and spiders can be fluffy, they have hair. The dex says Humite are incredibly small Pokemon. They jump about to get around and are often spotted in the rain. Their main predators are Pidove and Rufflet. They puff up real big in an attempt to intimidate. Their fur is too short and fine to style properly. It thickens and curls as they grow closer to evolving. They are often found nestled between the bands of Soladillo and Soul Armor, sucking up the energy generated. The evolution, Arachididity, is loosely based on a tarantula. I don't have a specific species in mind, but I'm sure there's one in Texas. I decided the tier markings on Humite don't stay in the Evo. Instead, they have incredibly subtle freckles. You can barely see them in the speed paint. For their abdomen, I thought it looked a little blank, so we came up with this defensive mimicry sort of thing. Also, Afro Puffs. I think they're very cute. I love the idea my friend had about humidity making your hair frizzy. Also, about the name, I meant to spell it with a D, but I'm dyslexic, so now Mite is part of the Evo's name too. Pokedex says Arachididity evolved defensive mimicry by having a dove face on their abdomen. They love styling their curly fur, Afro Puffs being the most common. Doing each other's hair is often a very personal bonding activity. They still absorb the energy of Soul Armor, but are no longer small enough to fit between the bands. When a Humite evolves while on a Soladillo or Soul Armor, they get stuck and are unable to leave, causing the Pokemon more irritation than before. Obviously, we can't have Texas without an Armadillo. This is Soladillo. The colors of both of these gave me a lot of trouble. My friend had the idea to base them off of star colors. Soladillo is a red and orange star. I eventually gave up picking them for myself and picked a color palette to use. Same with the shiny, which is a blue star. The patterns were also giving me trouble, and I enlisted the help of a different friend for it. They were originally going to have ears pointed up, but to differentiate it from the evolution, I gave it pointed down ears. It also has floating rays on the ears for the sun motif, and also because it's cool. I was originally going to set it on fire, but that felt like overkill. The Pokédex entry says, Soladillo are slow, passive Pokemon, often wandering about. They are easy to catch off guard and roll up when scared. They have a rivalry with Postulant, and the two can be seen fighting for the sunniest parts of the desert. So, like I said, Soul Armor also gave me trouble with the colors. Since it's hotter, it's a white and yellow star, and the shiny is a purple one. You'll see that I fuss with the armor for a bit. I end up settling on a silver-ish gradient instead of a light yellow like I was thinking of, or even pure white. The pose was also a struggle. The first two sketches, it just kind of stood up and was very stiff. I eventually ended up referencing Art of Typhlosion on the recommendation of someone on Reddit. The tail fur is more flame-shaped, but it isn't actually a flame. I also extended the rays onto the back to give it the impression of a sunset. Soul Armor and its Prevo are supposed to be 9-banded armadillos, but I only drew 6, so I guess they're 6-banded armadillos. Their dex entry reads, Soul Armor are fierce predators, and often go after Postulant as prey. They roll into a ball and attack their opponents with superheated bands. Their old rivalry with Postulant is not forgotten, however. As Ocactus and Soul Armor, they still compete for territory. Thank you for watching. This ended up being a lot shorter than I intended. I'm still only good at writing enough to fill a shorts runtime, but hopefully I'll get better. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm trying to get monetized, so subs and views are appreciated. If this gets enough traction, I might make more Figmon, and maybe even an entire region if I have the brain power for it. Also, if you have any ideas for Figmon you'd like to see, or ways I can Mega Evolve these guys, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again!